Hello, mamas, papas, aspiring parents, all of you who make up this beautiful, beautiful community here at Postpartum Together. I'm Chelsea. I'm the founder of Postpartum Together, and I always want to take the opportunity to thank you for being here and for trusting your conversation and your growth and your parenting journey with me. I love to share that with you. So again, thank you for being here. And today we're going to be diving into Dr. Gary Chapman's The 5 Love Languages. And the way this is going to go today is we're going to be talking about what are the 5 love languages and give you a little description of each. We're going to talk about how these play into your relationship, how these change after having a baby, and some examples of serving each other in this way, as well as why this comes up and why I talk about this so much around sex and intimacy, regardless of whether or not your top love language is physical touch. So you guys, we're getting into it. We're keeping it real. We're having these conversations so that you can understand yourself, understand your partner, communicate your needs, and improve your relationship. Again, thanks for being here, and let's roll. Okay, so again, we are talking about Dr. Gary Chapman's The 5 Love Languages. As you can gather from that, there are 5, and these are love languages. This is how you desire to be loved, and this is how you receive and internalize and kind of fill that cup that you have inside of being nourished and loved. So these love languages are the ways that we are built, we are wired to receive. Something that's interesting about this, and I want you to pause and reflect on, is that this is also often the way that we give, the way that we share love. And so this becomes really important when we're talking about 2 people in a relationship who potentially have 2 different love languages. Okay, we're going to get into that in a little bit. But first, let's go into these 5 love languages so that you have an example and you have a building point as you're working through this. As you're watching, in the comments below, I want to hear from you if you know your love language and if you have checked what your love language is after having kids, if that is applicable to you. So these 5 love languages, we have physical touch, which, as you can gather, is physical touch. This is snuggling, this is getting hugs, this is intimacy, this is sex, this is a lot of ways that we get those endorphins and that good feeling by physical touch. Second, we have words of affirmation. This is hearing verbally that someone appreciates us, that we're doing well, having this affirmation of what we're doing and who we are from another person verbally. So we have physical touch, we have words of affirmation. Next, we have quality time, which is, as you can deduct here, really spending that time in a way that you feel connected and that you're having a quality connection with someone else. The 4th love language is acts of service. So this is someone going out of their way to do something for you, taking care of something, taking it off of your plate, doing something that helps to alleviate a burden and make your life better. And then this 5th love language is gifts. So that could be, someone who really enjoys getting flowers, someone who enjoys a surprise in the mail or brought home from work, someone that feels and experiences love by having it gifted. So these are the 5 love languages, again, as outlined by Dr. Gary Chapman. Now, this is available via book. You can listen to it in audio, but you can go online and you can really explore and find what your love language is. You probably have an idea just by hearing those 5: physical touch, words of affirmation, quality time, acts of service, and gifts. So maybe you kind of know this is probably what it is, but I do encourage you to go and take this quiz. And a very important note here is, as you are exploring the love languages, maybe you're taking the quiz, maybe you're looking at the descriptions to see what resonates for you. I want you to really dig into what is true for you and not just what you think should be true. I find that sometimes we think there is a certain way that we should be, that we should feel, that we should act, a way that we should get love. And it is so different. It's wired differently in each of us. Our needs are so unique. And so as you are doing this and any other type of quiz or discovery along these lines, really have the ability to step out and objectively answer, not just answer the way that you think that you should be or feel or act or have needs. So as you're going through this and you're discovering what your love language is, it's also great for you to invite your partner to do this with you and to explore his or her love language as well. Because this brings us to how the love languages impact our relationship. Now, they impact so many relationships. I mean, the love languages are applicable in your family structure, with your parents, and even growing up in the way that you felt loved and appreciated or didn't because that cup wasn't filled in the way that you needed it. This is applicable in the workplace. This is applicable in your friendship circle. This really impacts so many areas of our life. But today we're really talking about this romantic relationship, and specifically the parenting partnership that we share. Now, again, I said that the love language is the way that you receive, the way that your cup is filled, the way that you feel seen and appreciated and understood. Here's where I often see couples hit a tricky spot. If my love language is words of affirmation and my partner's love language is quality time, I had a struggle, and this was actually very true for us early on in our marriage. I had a struggle where I would just try to affirm and affirm and affirm and say, and I would speak my love language. But what I needed to do was to be able to receive and communicate to my partner, this is how I receive love. But to be able to speak my partner's love language to fill his cup in the way that he needed. So when you're saying, you know what, I'm giving to my partner, why are they not feeling loved, or why are they not appreciative, or why are they not understanding? We need to pause and interrupt this and ask ourselves, okay, am I speaking my language to this other person, or am I speaking their language to fill their cup in the way that they need it? Now, a note here that is super applicable to our community at Postpartum Together is that your love language can shift through major life transitions. Okay, so the things that you need, the ways that you feel seen and received and loved and appreciated, this can shift in major life transitions. You want to know one hella big life transition? Having a baby. Okay, so when you have a baby, a lot of your schedule changes, your routine changes, your emotional experience changes, your needs can change in this season. And so when you have a baby, and when you add a baby or a child to the family, in whatever way that your family does that and the way that your family grows, it's important that you go back and reevaluate. So for example, while I used to prioritize and need words of affirmation more than anything, after having a baby, it shifted a little bit. I actually need some acts of service. I need to know that you see the load that I'm carrying. I need to know that you are willing to be my teammate and step into this with me. And my partner's changed also. So what used to be for him quality time, really spending that together, we realized that in parenthood it shifted a little bit. And he really, as he became a father and as he was navigating these new waters, he really longed to have that affirmation, to have that encouragement, to have that, hey, I see you. I see that you're doing a great job here, or I really appreciate X and Y about you. And so for those of us who have explored love languages before, I again really want to encourage you to go back and revisit that and reevaluate how adding a child to the family may have shifted what your primary love language is and what you need to feel seen and appreciated and valued and loved. And then again, look at that for your partner too, and make sure that you are speaking their language to them and that you are asking them to speak your language to you. This is difficult sometimes when those are different languages, but you guys know here at Postpartum Together, I'm so obsessed with communication and helping you to nail down stronger, more clear communication with your partner. And this is a huge part of that. And so what I hear couples come to sometimes, and I want to hit on here, is kind of the chicken and the egg thing. So I'm going to use physical touch because this is one that I hear literally every day from my clients, is if let's say we're talking about a heterosexual relationship here in this example. The husband is a physical touch person. The wife here in our example is an acts of service person. And so we have this chicken and the egg, and sometimes couples can get into this head-to-head kind of battle where it's like, well, I don't want to give you X because you haven't done Y for me. Or I don't want to give you Y because you haven't done X for me. I don't want to show you physical expression of love because you haven't helped me to take care of the home or the chores or the baby or whatever that is. So we get this kind of tally score keeping struggle sometimes in our relationships. When this happens, what I want you to do is to take out the scorecard. Just take it out for a moment and really have this conversation, this communication. Hey babe, I know that I need X and you need Y. Can we revisit? Can we have this conversation about how I can serve your love language and you can serve my love language? Because sometimes the disconnect again comes in the scorekeeping or the I need this in order to give you this. I need X in order to give you Y. And we really, in good connection and conversation, we want to be able to cross-serve and to be together in these differences. And so, again, as you are entering any transition, entering this stage, reevaluating what this looks like and feels like and what this need is for you. So I am working on this up on the blog. It should be up by tomorrow, where we're really going to outline the love languages. I'm linking to the quiz so that you can go right there, take that, check that out. I'm going to be giving you examples of ways that you can serve your partner or tell your partner that you need to be served based on your love language and why we have to come back and revisit this in big life transitions such as adding a baby. So hopefully this gives you an overview and understanding that goes beyond just knowing your love language, but knowing that this is a way that we work together, we work in tandem and in partnership in our relationship, and that we are able to communicate both our needs and understand and receive our partner's needs and be able to do this collectively and together. So if you have any other questions about love languages, how to apply them to your relationship, what's going on, maybe you're hitting a roadblock with you and your partner, feel free to reach out. I love to help you problem solve. I love to help you come up with some good conversation starters. And also my husband and I offer couples connection calls where we can bring you both together and we can help you to kind of piece out where there is miscommunication and where we can bring it back together with stronger communication and understanding of one another. And so, yeah, if you're feeling like, I don't know what my needs are, I really encourage you to you can go straight to Google right now and look up Gary Chapman, the 5 Love Languages quiz, okay? And again, as you're taking this quiz, answer as objectively and honestly as you can. Not answering like, oh, but I think I should, or I wish that I blank. It's okay to really own who you are, what your experience is, and how you have needs. And so as you're going through that, again, answer as objectively as you can. It's going to populate for you the top love language that comes from your responses. And then you're able to say, you know what? That makes sense. Maybe that's what's missing. Maybe, I do all these things in the home and I feel like they go completely unseen. Really what I'm craving is some words of affirmation. I need my partner to say that he sees me or she sees me and understands me. Or perhaps you're feeling like you are always giving and you're not having time to really just sit and connect with your partner. Maybe every night when the kids go to bed, you're flipping on the TV or you're scrolling through your phones or something like that. And maybe what you're really missing is that quality time that is me, you, I see you, I understand you, I want to connect with you. So there are ways to look at that and then ask yourself, oh, okay, so this is what's missing for me. Now that I know what's missing, I'm able to communicate with my partner. Hey, babe, I didn't realize this has changed about me. I'm actually really craving some words of affirmation. And I know that you pick up around the house and you give me hugs and all of these things, but I'm feeling unseen. I'm feeling unappreciated. And it might sound silly. I feel kind of silly even saying this, but I need you to say, hey, babe, I see the way that you X, and I really appreciate it. So I don't want to go on a rabbit trail here. This is probably a different talk, but we sometimes, especially if we've been in relationship with our partners for a long time, we expect that we know each other to the point where we don't need to say, this is what I need to feel loved. But the reality is that we are changing, our partners are changing, and our circumstances are changing. And as that happens, it's very, very normal to need to revisit the conversation. And it's totally cool. It's totally normal to have some really clear-cut communication. I used to resent my husband for not just knowing what I needed. And what I realized was that I had changed. My needs had changed. His needs had changed. Our experience, our circumstances, our home had changed in so many ways that we really needed to dial back and have some communication. This is what I need to feel seen and loved. And that starts with, I'm so proud of you for taking this first step, that starts with identifying it, giving yourself some brain space to go through the 5 love languages quiz, or to go through another avenue of exploring what's missing, what you need, and then be able to develop the skill set to communicate that with your partner and to really focus on how to have that mutual serving of one another. So you guys, if you have more questions, again, please come over to DMs and we can talk about it some more there. Be on the lookout because tomorrow the blog post will go up at postpartumtogether.com. There's already amazing blog posts there, so make sure you go ahead and hit it up today. But tomorrow the 5 love languages blog post will be up, and those of you on my newsletter, you'll get a notification of that. It'll come straight to your email this week. So if you're not on the newsletter, DM me or comment newsletter so that I can make sure to get you there and you can get all the information. So we're going to keep going into this, you guys, because we are here. Postpartum Together is here for strong moms and for strong relationships, because having a baby is hella hard and it creates a lot of changes, but we really believe that you can have a better relationship than ever by getting clear in your communication, building that confidence, really understanding yourself and your partner so that you can thrive together and we can have stronger families and stronger relationships. So we are here to support you in that. Thank you so much. And I'll be back next Monday at noon talking some more on relationships after baby. And again, you can hit me in the DMs if you have more questions or more to say about the 5 love languages, and the blog post will be up tomorrow. So make sure that you're on my newsletter and following along to get that update. All right, guys, make it a great day of believing in yourself, of trusting yourself, and knowing that you are worthy of being loved in the way that you very naturally desire and long to be loved.